Hello, good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me in this online live conference. And thanks for the invitation for being a keynote speaker. And I hope that everyone is okay and safe and healthy. Today, I'm going to talk about mentoring and if mentoring is really a science. That is my main question. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you all. Okay, now, there you go. The question, is mentoring really a science? And you will see the answer throughout this presentation. Now, first things first, definition of the word science and what is science. And I found a very simple definition which says that science is defined as the observation, identification, description, experimental investigation, and theoretical explanation of natural phenomena. Okay, you can see the source where I found this definition. I think here, in this case, the main words are observation, identification, description, investigation, and theoretical explanation. That's why science is science. Now, let's go to next. The question is mentoring a science? Do you think mentoring is a science? No. There are some definitions of mentoring. There are thousands of them, of course, but I chose 4 to talk about here because it's important to know what we are talking about, okay? Mentoring is a process where one person offers help, guidance, advice, and support to facilitate the learning and development of another person. Okay, quite simple. Mentoring is a distinct relationship where one person, the mentor, supports the learning, development, and progress of another person, the mentee. Okay, so mentoring is a relationship between 2 people, mentor and a mentee. Don't forget that. Mentoring, third definition by Thompson, mentoring is depicted as a relationship wherein the development of the mentee is the key focus and the mentors are the altruistic providers of expert guidance and support who freely give their time and share their knowledge. And the last one, mentoring is a method of learning and development whereby the mentor uses his or her knowledge, expertise, and experience to assist the mentee in developing critical thinking skills and personal and professional growth. So all these 4 definitions have lots of things in common, as you can see: help, guidance, advice, support, learning, development, relationship, expert guidance, support, etc. Okay. These are the 4 definitions we have here. So there are a lot more, of course, but it would not be possible to write them down here, all of them. Now, the first time that I've heard talking about mentoring as a science was in 2019 in the United States. I went to a conference in New Mexico, Albuquerque, to be a speaker. And the title of the conference was Towards the Science of Mentoring. And during 5 days, people were discussing different arms, different ways of using mentoring in different areas, different kinds of mentoring, different theories. So in 2019, I knew that mentoring was important, but in 2019, I truly understood that mentoring was a science which could be applied in education, military, medical area, and others. Okay, so it's really a science. Now, why mentoring should be considered a science? First, do you remember the definitions we have here? First thing we talked about, defined as the observation, identification, description, experimental investigation, blah, blah, blah. Now let's see. What do mentoring has? to fulfill this definition of science. Books about mentoring, scientific articles about mentoring, empirical data about how effective mentoring is, positive results applied to different areas of studies, constant development of theories, and new arms of mentoring. So new theories, new developments. I must say that mentoring is 80% used in human resources area in big companies, big agencies, big lawyers, firms, okay? So mentoring is highly effective. And yes, mentoring has everything we have seen here and more. And that's why mentoring is a science. Mentoring is not just something that we wake up in the morning, say, okay, I want to be a mentor. I want to study mentoring. So let's read a book or two and everything will be okay. No, mentoring is not like that. Now there are four types of mentoring. There are four types of mentoring: formal mentoring, informal, peer, and reverse. So a quick explanation of the four, because I don't want to get you too tired listening to me. So formal mentoring is a formal relationship, usually through an association, where there is a match between mentees and mentors. People are picked, not everyone, of course. People are picked and they are paired, and there is a contract, a written contract signed by both parties. Informal mentoring is the mentoring we have from friends, neighbors, our mothers, fathers, uncles, friends, doesn't matter. Peer mentoring is when there is a mentoring relationship in the same department in a company, for example, among colleagues, okay? And reverse mentoring is very interesting because usually mentoring is defined as a relationship between somebody who is older and more experienced, the mentor, with somebody who is younger and less experienced, the mentee. And now this reverse mentoring is exactly the opposite. So is when a person who is older and more experienced receives mentoring from somebody who is younger and less experienced. And how does this happen? In big companies again. Imagine there is a lawyer with 50 years, 30 years of experience. Okay, amazing. But then the lawyer has no clue of how to use social networks or specific softwares which were just issued, launched, and he or she needs help. So there will be a mentee, supposedly, which is the mentor, a younger person who loves social networks, who loves the softwares, who knows everything about the softwares, because they have already learned that in university, something that the other person didn't learn 30 years ago. And the younger person will help the older person and the more experienced one. So this is reverse mentoring, okay? Now, mentoring versus universities. Okay, so this is my belief. This is my philosophy of life. Mentoring should be used in universities. Why? Because there would be an approach between the real professional world and the academic world, which is highly needed, okay, as we all know. There would be an adequate vocational orientation for everyone. It doesn't matter the area of studies. Mentoring as an informal subject in all courses, okay? Mentoring would be seen as a real science, because I just explained that mentoring is a science. Mentoring is incredible. There are studies, books, articles, so it's official, it's a science. We have data, empirical data. We have everything written, explained. Theories and theories and theories are being developed every day. So mentoring would be seen as a real science, because mentoring now is not seen as an amazing thing because it did not reach the people it should. Okay, So it's hard to explain to people that mentoring works because I say, yeah, but I never heard of it. Do you think this is okay? Do you think the results are okay? And people see mentoring just as a patch solution, okay, because they have no other thing to do or they have no other solution. So if they feel mentoring is a real science, they will respect it. And mentoring needs respect, okay? And mentoring would be respected, as I wrote down here, okay? Now, this is my thanks. My presentation was pretty short, but I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay. But this was just a short presentation to show you, to all my colleagues listening to me and watching this video, that mentoring is for real. Mentoring is not some kind of a joke. Mentoring is not something that everyone can do. Mentoring is some kind of vocation. It's something that comes from inside of you. It's not something that, oh, I go to bed and tomorrow morning I wake up, oh, I want to be a mentor. No, you cannot be a mentor because not everyone can be mentors. Okay. So if anyone here ever heard about mentoring, now mentoring, maybe these people who have heard about mentoring will think about mentoring in something in a different way. If there is somebody here who wants to be a mentee, okay, who wants to find a mentor, so my advice is please try to find an association, official one, who has mentoring program, which has mentoring programs, and try to do something formal. So in the end, you will get a certificate, you will get contacts, and everything will be for real. Please be careful with fake mentors who are around us every day. And with this pandemic, mentoring had a boom, and the fake mentors had a boom. So please be careful, okay? And if you need anything, please contact me. I'm sharing my screen again so that you can see my contacts. I'm sorry. Just a moment. Where is my presentation? Is here. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Let's go to, so this is the last slide. Okay, so you can see my email. I'm put this a bit bigger. My email, my LinkedIn, if you want to add me to your network, because it's very important for networking, globalization. And I truly hope that you felt that mentoring is important and that mentoring is really a science, okay? I have delivered other speeches in Eurasia conferences about mentoring, how effective, CPD and mentoring, etc. So you have, if you have the opportunity, please do go through them and see how mentoring can be a science with arms wide open. Okay, so if you need anything, please contact me. Thanks once again, Eurasia, for the invitation, Dr. Charles, everyone in the organization. It's always a pleasure to be here with all of you, even virtually, unfortunately, due to this pandemic. And I truly hope that in 2022, we can meet somewhere around the world. All my colleagues, people from Eurasia, everyone, okay? So I wish you all the best, lots of health, stay safe, and we'll keep in touch. Bye-bye.